Hey folks, and happy Monday to you. Now, give you some clarification. You probably noticed that I am wearing the same thing I wore on Sunday. That's because I'm recording this on Sunday after coming back from church. But tomorrow is Labor Day. Monday is Labor Day. And I'm not going to be able to record anything tomorrow. So I wanted to be sure that I put a Labor Day devotion out here for our Labor Day Monday. And I hope and pray that you have a wonderful Labor Day. I hope and pray that if you're able, that you can get you some rest. And, no matter whether you're working a public job or you're retired, you still do some kind of work. And so I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to just enjoy this day. This day is set aside specifically to celebrate those that work, to celebrate those that go out day in and day out and do the labors that make this nation run, that keep our households uplifted and all of that. So, you may be retired, but you worked at some point, so you earned the opportunity to be retired and to be able to do what you want to do. But we celebrate Labor Day because we celebrate all of us that either have or currently do the work that makes the world go round and makes our homes be fortified, that raises our families, that takes care of our health, all of those things. So there is no shame in work. I know nowadays the lazy generation that we've got lifted up before us think it's a shameful thing to work. But you know what? It's not shame to work. It's a good thing to work, and we need to celebrate that. So happy Labor Day to you all. If I might put a sidebar on that, me personally, I wish that school would still go back the day after Labor Day. But as you've heard me say before, nobody contacted me to ask my opinion on that decision. But to me, Labor Day always meant not necessarily a great thing, but school was coming back the next day. But I think it should anyway. But thank God that we have an opportunity to set aside that we can celebrate folks that work. And thank God for all of them. Thank God for your pastor who does the work day in and day out of study, of ministry, of bringing the Word of God. Thank God for the nurses that nurse in our hospitals and nursing homes. Thank God for the police that patrol and do what they need to do to keep us safe. Thank God for the soldiers, the sailors, the airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, Guardians that take care of us day in and day out. Every bit of it is work. And thank God for the ability to do that. So being Labor Day, I want to read to you a verse from the Proverbs written by Solomon, the wisest, except for Jesus, to walk the earth. And he says something very poignant and very profound that speaks exactly to Labor Day. In Proverbs chapter 14 and verse number 4, he says, "Where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox." Let me break that down for you. I know there are probably a lot of folks that watch our videos that may have been raised on a farm. Maybe you're farmers now. I was raised on a farm as well. And let's be honest, there is a lot of mess that comes with livestock. And Solomon says that right here when he says, where no oxen are, the trough is clean. Hey, you want a clean pasture? Don't have any livestock. You want a clean trough? Don't have any livestock. But he doesn't end with that. He says, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. And to put that into our contemporary context, much increase comes from those of us that do the work. It might not always be clean, but much increase comes from those of us who do the work. That's like I said just a minute ago when I gave praise to God for all of the folks that do just a small token of the jobs that I mentioned. There's so many others. They're not always the cleanest, but much increase comes through it. Think about this. I mentioned the nurses in the hospitals and the nursing homes. I work part-time with hospice nurses. It's not always a clean job, but much increase comes through it. What is that increase? People are taken care of. Think about the guys that work on the highway, and we sometimes, and I'm bad about this, but sometimes we complain about about what they're doing, but they're the ones that get out there in the heat and in the tar and in the dust and all of that to make the roads workable. So much increase comes through that. So as you celebrate this Labor Day, you can do that with pride, because either you currently work or you've retired, or even in retirement you do some kind of work. Much increase comes through it. So thank God for that. And I hope and pray y'all have a very happy Labor Day, and I'll talk with you again. Love you folks. God bless you.